Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare Talk. So, wanted to do a garden update, show everybody how the garden is coming out. The timing, probably a bad time of the day to try to do this, but it is definitely coming along. It's overgrown now. As you can see here, I can't even walk my aisles anymore. This was where the camera was sitting at in my earlier video when literally I was just dropping seeds on the ground in rows, and now it is just really, as you can see, came all the way out. Tomato plants have gotten tall. My tomato plants are literally 4 feet tall, these tomato plants. Kind of crazy how tall these tomato plants have gotten. Kale over there. I really can't even walk across anymore, so I may end up, I'm picking some plants out for a friend of mine, for her dad that's in the nursing home now, and they couldn't find tomato plants later in the year, so I said, you know what, I'm going to dig some up, plant them for them, and I figure I'll pick some from like the aisleway or something. So as you can see, I even got a zucchini plant tucked right over there. Can't really see it that well, but right, see if I can get it right there, right where I'm pointing to. Nice zucchini plant. I'll have to go over there and see if there's any zucchini on it, but it has really taken. Corn, phenomenal. Chili pecan tree right here, and actually I'm sorry, that's my chili pecan. That is a lemon, some kind of like little lime or lemon tree, I think. Someone gave me that tree. We got some broccoli back there, right there. And this was 3 rows of onions, but unfortunately the tomatoes kind of came in. So at this point, I've given up, guys. I've given up. You can see how easy it is to grow. So I have given up, and I'm just gonna, when stuff starts coming up, I'm gonna start harvesting it. Corn, phenomenal. Corn ears. Look at these nice ears of corn already getting there. You can see nice ears there, ear there. All through here, there's ears of corn everywhere. So looking forward. A little spider right there. Oh. Guess not, he jumped. As a little spider right there, but so I need to come back here and put a little work in one of these days. Ow. And pick some of this stuff. But pretty awesome. I kind of want to just talk about that a little bit today. Food prices continue to climb. Gas prices just had another big tick up. My peas, my green beans, both of which could have done better, but I keep picking them every day when I'm walking around out here watering plants. I will look around, find a couple, give them a quick rinse, and just gobble them up. See if we can find a couple for you guys right now to see. I think I've just been eating too many on this side of the fence. No, I probably won't find any. One. We got one there. And every time I find one, I eat it. So, tomato plants looking nice. These right here, not sure what them are. They came in by themselves somehow. Some kind of melon. I can kind of tell, based on the flower and the little pod that's coming up behind it. Almost looks like a melon. But here's the thing, we haven't had rain now in 90 days roughly, plus or minus a couple. So it's taking its toll on the garden. At this point, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going with the flow and keep trying to water when I can. I don't want it to be overpriced on a water bill, obviously, but I want to be prepared if things happen. But I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on that in just a minute. Over here, the chickens, they are all still here. My little egg producers. Got some extra firewood in there. Some extra firewood out here. Zucchini already starting to pass. That is way down here. Cucumbers, unfortunately, I missed some, and now they are turning extremely big and yellow. You can see an example of that right there. I'm not a fan of this brand. These little tiny cucumbers, I don't like them. I don't like them now because they go past too quick, whereas a big cucumber seems like you have more time to find it and pick it. You can see another one right there. I mean, literally like in 2 days, that's it. Another one right there I missed. They're starting to show up now, because once they turn yellow, you see them easy. When everything is dark, lush green, you miss them easier. Squash, I have picked every bit of 30 or 40 squash. You can see the squash plant is passing its prime as everything is starting to dry up now. Still got some on. I don't want to tear them out yet, because if I get a couple more out of there, well, that's a plus right there. So I'm going to let it go, my lone era corn. However, I have been picking up cow manure, so I want to possibly get these roadtills. See, that's an example right there. You still see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming in right there. So, big one that went over past its prime right there. I had someone ask me one day if I think it's wasteful, though, to grow stuff and not always pick everything. Here's the reason why I don't think it's wasteful, per se. A lot of people don't do gardening. So, by not doing gardening, you're kind of missing out on that opportunity of cheap, free food, essentially. There's not a lot of overhead in doing this. A little extra water. If you're lucky enough and you have a well, that would be awesome. I don't have a well. I have city water, which means they charge me. But that one actually was a little dry. I think it went past its prime. But soon the tomatoes are going to be coming up hardcore. You know, I say this, guys, I'm in one of the more drier, I guess, I don't want to say more drier part of the country, but hot. I'm in South Texas, almost on the Mexican border. A lot of you guys are getting in position now where you can start planting. Some of you guys just getting ready to put your gardens in. I think it's going to be important in the upcoming months ahead to be more food self-sufficient if you can. Prices are going up on everything. They're going to continue to go up. Food production facilities are still burning down. You still, if you look it up, do your homework, you will see it's still happening. Get prepared and kind of think about what's going on. I wish I could turn this camera around, but once you start filming, you can't flip the camera around. I'd sit here and I'd talk to you like that. I just want people to be prepared. I wanted to show people the update on the garden, the chickens. Not really a hardcore homestead because it's small. However, some of you guys are lucky. You have, large pieces of land that you can really do stuff with. I envy you. I hope someday I got a nice sized piece of land that it'd be awesome to have an acre of land just to plant stuff, or a couple acres even. I would love to be planting tons of corn and other vegetables. So something to think about. But with everything going on, I think people really need to be mindful. I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and he was saying, I like asking, because he didn't think it was going to get as crazy as it has when I talked to him 2 years ago. And he said, 2 years ago, I did not think it would get this bad. But now, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. That scares me. That tells me that people are opening their eyes to what's going on. And when people start opening their eyes and seeing it, then change can start to happen. But when someone says things are going to get worse before they get better, I mean, look what's happening. Stock market getting destroyed, Bitcoin getting destroyed. A lot of people don't believe in this Great Reset, what the Great Reset means. I think it's just that. They're going to reset the economy. They're going to reset everything, and they're going to destroy the dollar. And with that, people will have to probably go back to real work, real production. You want something? Oh, hey, my first almost red tomato. Right down there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little for you guys. Right there. It's turning red. That'll be my first one right there. Can't really zoom in much more. But I think people need to be mindful of that and get prepared. And I mean, a lot of you guys know that's why I buy gold and silver. My neighbor started mowing his lawn. I apologize. A lot of you guys know that's why I like gold and silver, because I think it's something that will carry into the next system. I don't like Bitcoin. Some cryptos I have, but I have to gamble a little bit. I have to play that hedge. If things do happen to get better and the system keeps going, well, then that's something to consider. I mean, let's face it, the system should have crashed in 2008. They pulled the cat out of the hat in 2008, and stuff stayed up. I don't think they can do it again, and it only stayed up because they were able to kick the can down the road. Kicking the can down the road only works for so long. Eventually the piper has got to be paid. So like I said, guys, this was just a quick little video. I just wanted to do a touch up. I'm trying to cover different topics throughout the week. If you haven't already noticed, we do go live on Tuesday nights, and then I'm trying to cover different stuff, like how the homestead area is going, maybe a package opening, different topics of what's going on. So a lot to think about, a lot to be prepared for. I think food and water should be your #1 priority right now, everybody. Make sure you got plenty of food, water on hand. Think about different ways, if things do get ugly, what you can do to kind of prepare. After food and water, I think security needs to be something high on your list. You need to have security countermeasures in place to protect yourself and your food. After that, I think some sort of asset that will carry over, which is tangible, that gives you something that will keep for long term. Generational wealth. That's why I do look at gold and silver for that. I know some people look at platinum, palladium, copper, different stuff, all of which could do well. I just happen to like gold and silver because it's been around the longest. So with that being said, I thank everybody for watching. Please hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. I love it when you leave me a comment. It really encourages me. And I'm going to see if I can kind of get in here, kind of dig up a couple of plants and get my Iowa back. I hate destroying a plant, so it put all that work into growing, even if it ain't where it belongs. I hate to dig it up. So but we'll see what happens. That's why I've lost a lot of my cucumbers, because of that. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Please hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys again on Tsquare Talk. Y'all take care. Have a great one. Bye bye.